What's going on, guys? Reisshub, aka Baldy from Quarantine, checking in today. Going through another VOD review today of Kiryache and Letw1k of their 120 point first place in week 3 of the semi-finals. So a quick ping overview to start things off. Something to note is that they're both Russian, so their ping sucks. So Kiryache plays 30 ping, whereas Letw1k plays about 50 ping, just looking at the VODs that they played through. So these guys are not 0 ping warriors who are taking all the walls here. Their fights are incredibly smart, which is something we'll come on to later. So their main drop spot is Slurpy Swamps. The main goal there is, hopefully, if they're uncontested, one of them can land at main and the other one lands at containers. They loot that as quickly as they can, typically not looting the entire thing. Then they'll go and fish in the swamp, and then they'll push rig so they can try and get heavy snipers and launch pads. For Storm Surge games, if they're uncontested at Slurpy Swamp, they'll get their Storm Surge tags by fighting people in the rig. And if not, they're just going to fight them anyway because they want the heavy snipers, they want the launch pads for late game. So they'll even storm fight at the rig just to ensure that they get those launch pads and they get the heavy snipes that they need from there. They are absolutely not afraid of the zone at all because they know how to use the medkits, they know how to use the campfires, they know how to use the bandage bazookas that you get from the vault there. So they always manage to make it off of the rig and into the second, third, fourth zones. Once they've rotated into zone, they're trying to get a high ground center position, and they will be extremely aggressive about doing this. There was multiple games that other players were already on a really good high ground position on a hill, somewhere around second or third zone, and they W-keyed them just to kill them, to take their height. And in 2 of the games, this worked out really well because they ended up getting height at half in, half out purely because of this play. Once they have height, they do the old Stompy and Shinkin split, where one player is tarping below and the other player is tarping above on a single layer. This ensures then if you get RPG'd, which they do in one of the games, they RPG the very top layer. If you get RPG'd down, it doesn't matter, you still retain height. Most people should know this strategy by now, but if you're not doing this on high ground, this is something you really have to be employing into your games. By far, the biggest takeaway that I got from watching these guys is how incredibly good they are at fighting. So I'm going to try and keep the majority of the video around how they fight as a duo. So how do we do this so well? You can see in the background clip here that one of the biggest things they do is pinch so effectively. You can see that Letw1k is taken from the left hand side there, and Kiryache is coming around the right hand side so he can try and get shots off on them. They do this in every single fight almost. It's very rare to see them at the same wall unless they're trying to get into the box to finish them off because they've got someone really weak. And then here's how they clean up the fight. You can see one gets tagged, well, Kiryache gets tagged, and he's down the outside. And look, Letw1k's on the right hand side there, and then Kiryache's taking the left hand wall. Okay, so notice here how they're both attacking the same wall, and then Kiryache goes around to the side, jumps over, and now they have this player pinched in between the box, and there's nothing he can do here. He's being pressured from every side, and it's going to be an easy kill here for Letw1k and Kiryache. If you're wondering, why in my tournaments do my opponents never box up? Why are they always still so aggressive? It's firstly because you probably have not been aggressive enough to them in order to make them back down into being defensive. And secondly, you have not secured height for your own team. This duo ensures they have height. They use a lot of materials. They invest a lot of materials to ensure that they have high ground because they know they're going to get the kill and they're going to get the mats back after it. Most of their fights, they crank hard to ensure that they have high ground. Then they're easily able just to pinch their opponents and get the kills, no problem. Another strategy that they use, obviously because they pushed into the rig and have double heavies, is double heavy snipers. They use this so effectively, and nearly all of the time they get the kills when they target a player. Once they've downed one enemy, depending on how close they are, they'll launch pad over or they'll tunnel over towards them, and they'll usually clean up the other player as well. If it's a super stacked lobby, I've seen them not do this and they just try and spray and get the lobby to focus on them. But a lot of the times they would launch pad over or just tunnel over, kill the other opponent, 2 easy points, easy mat refresh. Another thing to do is how patient these two are. The clip in the background is them 2v1ing a player, so they obviously have the advantage. A lot of players would just run in, they'd pressure him, oh, we're in zone to do anything, but no, they're careful. Look at the right hand peeks they're taking. Kiryache is doing a peanut butter peek on top of this just to ensure that he doesn't get hit because he knows he has a purple pump and he could do a lot of damage. So the last thing that they do that's super impressive is how protected they are while doing everything. There are multiple times that they will go to take a wall and they'll fully box up straight away because they know there are opponents around that they can get third partied in. Most intermediate average players always complain about getting third partied all the time. Oh, I'm trying to fight this kid, there's a third party here. Just do this. Look how protected they are every time they're fighting. If you notice in the clip that I showed earlier, one of the great pinches that they did, Kiryache dropped down and he actually waterfalled all the way down, ensuring that he was protected as he was falling. This was because he spotted that there was a third party on the hill behind them and he didn't want to get shot in the back while he was trying to focus on this team. Another way that they stay protected is to ensure that they box themselves up before taking a wall. Notice the building pattern that they do here. Jump into creative and practice this to ensure that you have this muscle memory down so that when you're trying to take a wall, you are safe. One of the other building techniques that I saw them frequently use was simply adding ramps to the end of your 90s. They did this multiple times and consistently got height doing it. Including game 2, they did this to take height where they actually won their first game. So in conclusion, they land Slurpee and they play very aggressively towards the rig team to ensure that they get heavy snipers and launch pads. They double key players who are in a good position in zone, such as center zone on a mountain. They pinch enemies very effectively by first gaining height aggressively. They use great right hand peeks and angles to attack their opponents. And they are very protected while trying to fight enemies, often netting them many kills without being third partied. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're on Reddit, please go through all my post history to see other informational content and VOD reviews, and I hope you have a safe day. Catch you later.